beautiful souls. My name is Claire, and I'm the Cosmic Fairy 777. So I'm going to make a short video today to explain the mechanics of distance energy healing and just explain how exactly it works. I think there's some of you out there that are pretty materially minded that are a little skeptical. And you find it hard to believe that energy can travel from, say, a person in one country to a person in another country, and that it actually can affect change on a physical body. So essentially, there are a few key elements to this. Firstly, you've got to think that we're all connected, even though it may not seem like that on the 3D level. You know, the typical materialist view of the world is that we're all separate, distinct parts functioning like a big machine. But if you look at quantum physics and also many ancient spiritual practices, they see as everything is connected and we're all different small parts of the same thing. So essentially, as a fractal of the whole, we can affect change on other remote parts. So if you think about this unified field, it's really got many different names and terms. So some people call it ether, some people call it unity conscious, some people call it the Akashic records, the noon sphere. There's many different words for this field that connects us all together with every part of everything that exists in the universe. So to give you a simple example that I think you can all relate to, if you're thinking about a friend, and this friend, they might be living in a different part of the world, but you keep thinking about them, and then lo and behold, like a day later or something, they're messaging you or they're calling you. And this is really an example of you connecting into their energetic field. So think of energy healing it's working on the same principle, but it's just really like a more refined process. A more practiced, honed process of connecting into somebody's field and then transmitting energy. So another example of people connecting into the unified field to get information at a distance or even within different time spheres is remote viewing. So essentially what happens in remote viewing is the remote viewer gets into a meditative state, and then they connect to a particular target that they want to view. Now, this can be in the past, the present, the future, at great distance. It doesn't even have to be on this planet. If you don't know much about remote viewing, it was a protocol developed by the US government to gather intelligence information. Now, psychics and mystics use a similar practice to gather information as well. It's maybe just a slightly different protocol. But if you think about it, like if the government are taking this seriously, obviously this view of the world that everything is connected and can be affected and perceived at distance really is something that we should be taking on board as a truth. So I'm going to go into a little bit of science here. So quantum physics experiments show that energy can travel faster than the speed of light, and it can also travel at great distance. So I'm going to explain this as best as I can. I'm not a scientist. So when a quantum particle, like an electron, is measured, it can instantly affect the state of another electron, even if it's light years away. So essentially what this is confirming is that distance doesn't impact the effect of energy. So when you're thinking in terms of an energy healing, it's the distance is really, it doesn't matter. Essentially, it can travel over distance. It's more really about the intention, and I'll get to that a little bit later. But if you want to learn a little bit more about these experiments, you can check out the link below. It's Griffith University based in Australia. So I hope I've managed to explain that we're all connected and that energy can travel over vast distances instantly. So I'm going to draw back a bit to the actual healing practices and explain a bit more about how they work. As I was mentioning earlier, really the most important thing with energy healing is setting a loving intention for your client. You want to really imagine them healed, and you want to just be connecting in with source energy and bringing all that divine love and sending it to them. And really the strength of that energy and that connection, that is what's going to help their body to heal, what's going to help their light body to heal. So really, yes, intention and a strong connection to source is really important in energy healing, whether it's at a distance or whether it's in person. So there are a number of different techniques to connect into somebody's energetic field. The ones that I use is a combination of your photograph, and also I'm going to entrain to your voice as we have a conversation. And so I'm going to begin to feel sensations in my body that mirror symptoms that you're having inside your body. And I'm also going to be able to visualize your body and energetic systems. And I'm going to be able to see dark areas, distortions, if there's implants and entities there. And your body's always going to let me know exactly what it's ready to heal at the time that we're doing the healing. That's why sometimes it does take a few healings to work through things, because if the energy is really like dark and there's a lot of things, it may take quite a few times of just going through and clearing out and ensuring that the body is fully healed and ready to let go of the malady or the disease. So it's important to remember that energy healing it's a little bit like having a telephone call. You have to pick up the receiver in order to listen to the other person. So if you're in resistance and you're really skeptical of energy healing, it's gonna have a much more limited effect on you, because we're all masters of our own energetic space. And if you really don't want to experience something, then you're going to block that energy out. Think of it like you're at a party and you're talking to somebody who's really boring and you're just tuning them out. And it's the same with energy. So you really have to be open and willing to just go along with the experience. That's all you really need is an open mind. So just listen to your intuition. You're going to know if energy healing feels right for you. You're going to know if I feel right for you as a healer. You will know. Just listen to your body. Okay, well, thank you for watching my video. I hope I've done a good job of explaining how distance energy healing works. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, check out the other videos on my channel. If you'd like to book an appointment, please check out my website, cosmicfairy777.com. Have yourselves a wonderful day and namaste.